Hi, this is Glenda, and I'm from El Salvador, or you may know it as El Salvador. Growing up there, it was quite common to see people selling fruit, especially after school. I like getting a bag with mango, and it had a lot of different seasonings in it. The closest thing that I have found here are fruterias or fruit stands, and one of the popular items that they sell is a mangonada. A mangonada is essentially a glass filled with mango juice, lime, and also hot sauce, and that's what the red thing is. To create this in soap, I'm going to use those two colors, yellow and red. For the yellow, I'm using a 1/4 teaspoon of yellow number 5 Lake from TKB Trading. And for the red, I'm going to use Red Vibrance Mica. I'm using 1/8 of a teaspoon, and I'm going to mix it with 1/16 of a teaspoon of Trial by Fire Mica from Nurture Soap. To decorate the top of the soap, I'm cutting some pieces of yellow melt and pour soap, and I also made some limes, which at the end of the video I'm going to show you how I made those in case you are curious. I'm also going to blend some cornmeal with paprika powder and also with red colorant, the Trial by Fire Mica, to create an effect similar to that of chamoy. Chamoy is a powder that is normally sprinkled on top of fruit and other food. It is usually spicy and sour as it is made of dehydrated pickled fruit. Now onto the making of the soap. I'm going to use some nitrile gloves and also a facial shield to protect myself from the lye. Here is a screenshot of the recipe. However, it will also be linked down below in the description box. I will also include links to the ingredients that I used in case you want to see. I have the oils warm up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 Celsius, and the lye water solution, it's at 78 Fahrenheit or 26 Celsius. I'm going to add this to the oils, mix it together until it becomes an emulsion. I am going to add 1/2 ounce of thiosulfate, and this is to prevent the soap from becoming brown. The fragrance has a little bit of vanillin. I'm using mango sorbet from Nature's Garden. It behaved really well with my recipe. In the website, the review says that for some people it caused rising. However, I did not see any rising on my recipe, and I have a high water discount and I use a lot of solid fats, so it was fine. My oils were only at 100 degrees Fahrenheit though, and my light water solution was at room temperature like you saw earlier. I poured about 3 ounces of soap butter into the container with a red colorant, and the rest is going to go into the yellow one. I stirred the colorant with a spatula because I did not want to use a stick blender in case it became too thick, and I should say that it remained fairly fluid for about 5 minutes. Once I was halfway into the pouring of the mold, it did reach trace, but it wasn't bad. I had only poured half of the yellow into the container, and then I started pouring the red. I did a wall pour because I wanted it to be layered. I did not want the red to sink into the yellow. So while holding it at an angle, I tried to just pour it along the wall, and I did the same thing with the yellow so that it would be on top of the red and it wouldn't sink either. After I finished pouring, I tried doing a light swirl into the bars that will be in the middle with a stainless steel wire. I left the rest untouched so that I can compare what it did. I'm going to quickly mark the mold to remember how to put the embeds and how to cut the soap later. Now I'm going to add all of the mango pieces, which are made with melt and pour, the lime slices, and I had also saved a little bit of the red soap, and I'm going to pour that on top so that it looks like hot sauce. And also I'm going to add the sprinkle that is imitating the chamoy, which I colored earlier. Next, I'm covering it with press and seal because I want to avoid soda ash. And after this, I put it inside a box to limit airflow. And this is what it looked like in the end. So it's been 3 days, I think. Today is, I think I made this on Saturday, and today is Tuesday. Should have cleaned these up. Okay, it's a little bit stuck to the side, so I had to use this on these edges to release it. It's a little bit soft. I did not want to force gel so that the yellow will stay yellow. Now that I think about it, this was completely unnecessary because it is the orange mica that I should avoid gel face with, not the yellow one. To make the lime wedges, I follow a process similar to the one I used to make the orange slices from this soap. However, this is a little bit different. I use light and dark green soap dough to cover the edge of a round mold, and then I use some of the light green soap dough to create the divisions in between the lime. Once I had made enough of these divisions, I melted clear melt and pour soap that I had colored with green colorant into the cavities, and after it set up, it looked like this. After this, I'm going to slice it in half, and then each half I'm going to slice it into smaller, thinner pieces. I did add some indentations to the outside peel so that it will look a little bit more realistic, and then after I had cut these slices, I did add some texture as well to the inside of the limes so that it would look a little bit more real. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go get myself a mangonada. I hope you have a great day and see you next week. Bye!